Alright, so let's start with this way. What I want to do is show you first the chop variety of the G and the C and the D. Now, this variety is going to kind of be incremental. So you're going to learn this version first, this 3-note version, and then we're eventually going to be throwing in the 4-note version. But first, just worry about the 3-note chords, the triads, if you will. So let's talk about the G. Alright, so our first G is just like this, right? So what we want to do is just grab the ring finger up and put it on the 5th fret of this here 3rd string. I don't know why I'm not thinking right. So anyways, when we do this chord right here, if you notice, it's really friendly for me to rake my pick across all of the strings. Boom. Alright, so that's the shape, but let's talk about how to attack this chop chord. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is this. I want to latch on my thumb, and I want to latch on this part of my hand as well. So I'm here. Now I want to start grabbing my chord up. I want to use a little bit of this right here to control and stabilize my movements as I'm getting the chord in. That way, I can kill the sound as soon as I hit it. Now, me, I'm always a backup person, so I put my right hand on the strings to kill it too, but understand that it can be done without the right hand touching at all. See? Now, what am I doing? I'm pressing and releasing the strings. So when I want to hit the strings, I press it. As about maybe a half second after I'm done with this string, that note right there, I want to kill it by releasing. Now this is where a lot of people get confused. The releasing is not done in this way. It's just done with me pushing down and letting the natural bounce of the strings. I mean, it's a high tension instrument, so we just let that tension bounce you up. That's all you're doing. See, pushing down. So you first just kind of get the chord ready, and just practice bouncing up and down, pressing them like they're just buttons. So we got a button here, a button here, and a button here. Boom. Then from there you start coordinating your right and your left hand together. Like I said, for me, I'm an insurance person, so I'm always going to put my hand back. Let me show you slowly what I'm doing here. I'm acting like I have something on the back of my hand and I don't want it there. Blah, and I throw it out. I also call it the turning the knob principle, or turning the car on. It's the same kind of motion. So when I'm doing this, what I want to do is this. I'm turning the doorknob, starting the car. Pop. What I do is the second I come back here, I'm just touching with this surface right here, or anywhere around here, the strings for extra insurance. Is it good technique? I have no clue, but it is what I do. So I'll just say that. Okay. So let's say we want to hit that for 4 times real quick. 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do is walk up to the C now. The C is word for word the same chord as this G. We just take everything up a string. And just take it back down. And what you want to do first is get used to that. So just kind of like, what, six attacks on each one like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then back and forth. Now, talking about the D. Our D, of course, can be right here, top and bottom of the 2nd fret. It could be. However you want to play it. But let's try this chopping, this beginner's chop. It doesn't really matter how you finger this chord as long as you're doing it in a way that makes you comfortable. As long as you're not doing it in an inefficient way. But for me, I'm either going to grab it with my pinky, ring, and index finger like this, or I'm going to grab it with my index finger, middle, and ring. If I have to grab another thing up with that pinky. So that becomes my chop chord right there. Now, for me, am I still holding this grip? Yeah, I still somewhat hold this grip when I'm doing it. Matters how I'm holding it really though with the fingers. So if I'm holding with the middle finger, the ring finger, the index finger, put that back here, then I'm going to take more of kind of a guitar grip with this, and my thumb's now going to be hanging up right here, like that. If I'm grabbing this one, I really can get that nice grip right here. Alright, so now that we covered that, I just want to kind of show you how those chop chords come around, how you make them, and putting them together is just about putting them together. You just put a G down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Use the thumb to kill the open string, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we have is and that's around the pace you want to aspire to. But the pace that you want to practice on is going to be this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel kind of a chained rhythm in your hands. So it would be like not just and then stop, bop, bop, bop. To the ears, it'll sound like that. But to your hands, you should have kind of an inner rhythm, like a boom, chop, boom, chop, boom, chop. 2, See, I can shake my hand outside of the strings radius just to keep that rhythm going for me. Bop, 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 bop. Now, you don't want to make it